Hello everyone, welcome to our homestead. As you've seen in the last video, I had tilled this all of this area right here. All of this was all overgrown, so we just finished weed eating it, and my son is getting the grass pulled out of it. I think I got an idea. I'm gonna make me a container garden in here. I'm gonna build some platforms and some brackets more eventually when we get to that point, where we can place gallon buckets and stuff in it. So I think that'd be pretty neat. As far as this here, there's a little bitty patch inside right at the beginning that had some rocks in it, which we actually was taking out, but it only goes like 3 foot into it, but I'm not going to worry about that. Today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my fertilizer down, because I tilled it yesterday. I'm gonna throw my fertilizer in it, and from there what I'm using is 13. I'll throw it down on the rows and till it back up, and then more than likely go to the other garden that I have in the back and get that one, throw some fertilizer in that one as well and till it up. I didn't make my rows today. That's what the plan is today, so stick around with it. And all I do is I just grab a handful and I just throw it in. Normally I put it in the furrows, but I can't find the furrows. Yeah, there. So I'm just going to broadcast it out. So now, I gotta work this row up. I got a few sticks I gotta pull out. So I'll get the rows made. But before that, we'll get the other garden done too. We'll get the fertilizer thrown in and get it tilled up again. So stick with us. Okay, so this is the I'll be the 4th garden. This one's a little bit bigger. And what we're gonna do is, where I tilled yesterday, I'm gonna, where the furrows, where the tiller made, I'm gonna throw some 13 fertilizer in it. And once I'm done with that, then we'll re-till, and then we'll be ready to make our rows. We got the tilling done, so now we got to get the rower hooked up so we can make our rows. Okay, so we got the rows done. Looks kind of crappy, but that's okay. At least it saved me a lot of work with a hoe and a rake. And then I'll just come up and I'll dress it. I'll work up the middle and get all of that rows built up and leveled off like I want it before we start planting. So I tell you what, a tractor really helps out. It cuts out a lot of work. But I plan on putting some corn here. I'm probably gonna do 4 rows of corn and maybe 3 rows of peas or something. My wife wants some other stuff planted as well. We're gonna get the other tomato plants we bought planted in the other garden that I took care of. And so that's about all I'm gonna do with the tractor. Everything else is gonna be by hand. And guys, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with us, and we got more to show. So we got the rows somewhat ready. If it don't look great, at least it's a row. And we're gonna try this area as well. I have quite a few plants, but I brought them all on the table to maybe get them in there. I got some hot peppers and some tomatoes. We're gonna try to plant some tomatoes here too, because I'm really having some bad luck with doing the proper thing and getting these tomatoes growing. I've had so many of them die. So we're gonna try to see what we got some better bush tomatoes and some patio hybrid tomatoes. We're gonna try those. And I got some peppers as well. So I don't know what all I'm gonna be able to put in here, but we're gonna try our best. It's fenced in area. We actually got all the grass cut. I weed eated all of that earlier, and now that it's weed eated and I have this garden here, I'm probably going to take those pots that you see over there, those 110-gallon pots that has the potatoes in it, and I'm probably going to stick it in here. This pecan tree has never bared pecans, and the reason why is because whoever planted this here, normally you got to have 2 or 3 pecan trees so they can cross-pollinate. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a lot of these branches because it's doing me no good. I'm gonna cut as much as I can so I can provide more light in this area, actually in there. And I plan on building some little platforms for my 5-gallon buckets for other things I'm gonna plant. And I think that will look kind of neat here. We're gonna set them out different areas, so we'll try that. Got a lot of ideas, but man, it's a lot of work. And we're gonna keep on at it. Gotta get these, I leveled off the rows as much as I can. It kind of, there was a lot of it's kind of not really dry dirt, so I got some clumps in here, but then I got to get all the sticks and everything out too, get all that moved out. I'm trying to get as much as I can in the ground. The garden's doing well up front. The other garden, I don't know yet. Like I told you, it had we had a whole lot of rain. My beans, I planted some easy peasy beans, some snap beans, and some lima beans. I planted those. It's been a week now, and they haven't sprouted yet. I dug one up and just dig one up and take a look at it, see if they sprouted. And it hasn't sprouted, so I put it back in the ground. So I'm probably gonna give it another week. So that's what I put that other garden in this morning, to where it has a lot of sunlight, just to make sure that I put them all over the place, so something's gonna grow. The other ones are growing in the garden up front, so I'm just gonna put some more in and put some more corn in, and we'll see what happens. So it's time for me to get busy. Let me get this thing started. Yeah, planting time. So we're gonna put all these tomatoes in. I got a few different types of tomatoes, so we're gonna try them all. I put some bone meal in them, in the hold, as well as watered them with a little bit of Miracle Grow. Since I'm not using any Miracle Grow soil, this one here is a Parks Whopper Improved. So we see what's going to happen. Those there, these two plants are yellow pear tomatoes, and we have another type over there, but I'm too tired to go all the way on the end to look at it. But anyway, we're going to keep planting these, get all of our tomatoes. I have a few more tomatoes that need to be planted, and we'll be done with all of those. I do have some hot peppers to plant, so I'm going to get those in there in the ground as well. So we're going to keep moving. Got a mixture of different plants. Putting my bone meal. Throw my bone meal in. These right here are purple bell peppers. I never tried these before. Never seen them in the store either. Miracle Grow in the roots. That's all I got right now. I'll add some water in a minute. Man, I hope these take. If they do good like the other garden, we'll be in good shape. Put my little tag. And we're done with those. So I made my rows. I made me a furrow because I'm going to plant some snap beans, some so easy beans. I made my little furrow. And I got my little PVC pipe out to save my back. And I'll drop these in. I'm going to plant them every 4 inches. We're supposed to do every 4 inches. That's about right. I'll plant 2 to 3 in the area. Just in case, make sure one doesn't come up, maybe the other one will. Okay, this one's done. As you can see, I am one whip puppy. So we got quite a bit done today. And on this garden, we had some plants left, so we went ahead and put those in the ground over here because I knew it would probably vine, so the zucchini squash. So I put those in the ground. So I have all of these zucchinis, and then my wife picked up 2 plants of honeydew melon, so we put those up. Then I ran out of space, so here I actually planted onions. I have red onions and white onions. I don't know how well they'll work, but they're in the ground. And then from there I went to corn, I believe, and I planted an entire no, take that back. Purple hull peas. So we planted purple hull peas down this row, as well as some other snap beans, I believe. I can't even remember anymore. I'm so wore out. So I did plant some corn. 3 rows of corn I planted. Then I planted a row of okra. And the last row where that black tray is, I planted a row of cantaloupe. So I'm hoping we get some of that. I hope it comes out. So all the way down there is cantaloupe. This right here is not really a row. It's kind of like excess dirt. I'm not too good at making the inrows yet, so I'll worry about that later. I want to get it to where if I chose to flood it, if it would need it, then I could flood it and it would flood the entire garden. But I got to get these get this made and lower the centers to where it stays from the top of the rows. If I do that, I did get to use my Earthway. I really like this thing. I did it for my corn. It comes with it. It's made by Earthway Precision Garden Seeder, the 1001B model, and I have my corn plate that's in there. That's what I used it for. Some of the plants, as you had seen on the other deal, I used some of this bone meal. I put the bone. It's made by. It's actually what was at Lowe's. So I put that in each plant as well as watering it. I still got a whole crap ton of seeds, but I think that's going to be it for me. Okay, well, we're going to try to salvage the tomatoes we have. We're going to add some fertilizer. But everything's growing. Corn's getting big. Purple hull peas, okra's getting tall. My poor tomatoes have went to see Jesus. They're gone. But I do have some that's still alive, so we're going to add. I mixed some Miracle Grow. So 1.5 gallons of this, so we're gonna add some to it. Maybe it'll spark some life into it. If not, something will grow. But I'm having faith that it works. I'll go catch these over here. These are all my banana peppers, but I want to catch the tomatoes. My tomatoes still on the plant though, which is really cool. See that? How cool is that? You know, when I planted a garden where we used to live, by this time we would have had so much plants growing right now. But we planted a little late, I think. But we're gonna see what this does.
This video is brought to you in partnership with Miracle Grow, the best plant additive to make your plants grow.
Trisha, I'm taking your advice and I'm watering these plants. I put some Rapid Grow in them. I thank you for the advice. I stuck my finger in the dirt. But, you know, I decided I'm gonna give them more water. It's got to be not enough water or something with the dirt. So we've watered them. We Rapid Growed them first, and we're watering them down, at least the bottom. And let's see if this changes anything. And thank you kindly for your advice. And we'll just wait and see. The cucumbers are growing. plants are getting taller. I have a bug that's eating them though, and I'm not sure what it is. There's some bottom leaves that are I seen that was eaten. I'm gonna add some more water to these. See where I put the rapid grow. These are my jalapeno plants, and then my hot cayenne pepper. I planted a lot of hot peppers, not just here, in a different garden as well, because I like to make something that we call down south, it's called cha-cha. And it's all ground up peppers. It's almost like a relish, and it is so good. Scoop a little bit of that with your food. If you like hot stuff, very delicious. Guys, look at the okra growing. Getting so big. So big. And then the purple whole peas doing really well. All the way down. It's so neat to see all this green coming out the ground. It's really cool. We planted it and it's growing. And even my radish just blew up in size today. And all of this came out the ground from yesterday. Or maybe 2 days ago. Planted them every 8 foot. These are growing well. A lot of it. All the way down. Anyway, it's been a long day. And I kind of watered what I could today. We're not supposed to get any rain for about 3 or 4 days, so I figured I'd give a little dose of water and try to give some medicine to my tomato plants. And still a beautiful day, but it's over now. It's time to go eat. My daughter cooked some sausage in a gravy. We have rice and beans with it. And guys, thank you for coming to our channel and visiting with us. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click the like button and share if you can. I greatly appreciate it. The Southern Boy Prepper from Southwest Louisiana, wishing all of you guys well. Please stay safe in all of this situations that we're in today. And always remember this: always prepare for the unknown. We'll see you later.